My bitlife story.
Age, 0 years. I was born a male in Fargo, United States. I was conceived in the park in a picnic blanket. My name is Jasper Lord. My mother is Veronica Lord, a Navy enlistee age 41. My father is Cooper Lord, a trucker age 41. I have an older sister named Miranda age 3. We have a family dog named Pancha. Age, 1. Nothing happened. Age, 2. My big sister, Miranda, started elementary school. While at the grocery store, secretly stole and ate a candy bar. Age, 3. I squabbled with my big sister, Miranda, about which one of us is smarter. I apologized to her for bickering. Age, 4. Nothing happened. Age, 5. I have been enrolled in elementary school at Johnson Elementary Cycle, an all-boys school. I'm feeling super confident now that I am rocking a stylish new hairdo. I told my teacher and my classmates that there is but one ocean in the world. Not only did I blow the minds of my classmates and teacher, but I think my entire class experienced a paradigm shift. My big sister, Miranda, started middle school. My eyesight has been worsening. My parents took me to the optometrist for an eye exam. I failed my eye exam. Age, 9. I was bullied at school by my classmate, Stanley. I visited the principal's office and reported my classmate, Stanley, for bullying me. Stanley was suspended from school for 1 day. Stanley lunged at me. He bashed my shin. He grappled my thumb. Age, 10. My Pomeranian, Pancha, tried eating a hot dog right out of my hand. I worked with her in her behavior. Age, 11. My big sister, Miranda, started high school. I started middle school at St. Veronica's Middle School, an all-boys school. I was bullied at school by my classmate, Ronald. I tried to uppercut the bully, but missed. I was sent to the principal's office for fighting. I apologized to the principal, Mrs. Sprinkle, and promised her that it wouldn't happen again. I received Saturday detention. My father argued with me because the principal, Mrs. Sprinkle, called him about my behavior in school. I assured him it wouldn't happen again. Age, 12. I chose to dress trendy at school. Age, 13. While on the phone looking at security cameras of our home, my friends Andy witnessed my mother bumping uglies with a man from the neighborhood. I reported my mother's actions to my father. Age, 14. My big sister, Miranda, has been diagnosed with pneumonia. My parents divorced. I started high school at St. Aces High School, an all-boys school. I have been diagnosed with depression. My big sister, Miranda, graduated from high school. She is no longer suffering from pneumonia. I visited the principal's office and reported my classmate, Elmer, for skipping school. The principal, Mr. Bullock, said he would look into it. I am now going out with Mary Grace Bush. Age, 16. My big sister, Miranda, started a new position as dishwasher for Stallion Cafe. The family Pomeranian, Pancha, has been making weird noises. Mary Grace broke up with me. I begged her to stay, but she left anyway. I have been diagnosed with anxiety. I couldn't be bothered to get a driving license. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a socialite's home. I stole her teddy bear. I traded it into the pawn shop for $1. I surveilled some more homes. I decided to burgle a club promoter's home. I stole $2,785 in cash, his computer, and his watch. I traded the computer and the watch into the pawn shop for a total haul $5,273. I am now going out with Scarlett Ramirez. Scarlett said she wouldn't give me money because I'd waste it. I made love to Scarlett. Scarlett said she questioned my intentions when I asked her for money. I told Scarlett that she's the GOAT. She called me a jewel. Scarlett and I discussed what is the right way to hang a toilet paper roll. Scarlett said she felt like I was starting to take advantage of her. So I broke up with Scarlett Ramirez. Age, 17. My Pomeranian, Pancha, died of complications from old age. Age, 18. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to busser. I graduated from high school. I applied for the position of apprentice midwife at Fargo General Hospital but didn't get an interview. I got an interview at Platinum TV for their apprentice cameraman opening. I was hired for the position of apprentice cameraman for Platinum TV with a salary of $51,140. My smile looks much more attractive after whitening up my teeth with the kit the dentist gave me. Age, 19. I refused to join Instagram. I bought a lottery ticket. I didn't win the 84,010,208 lottery jackpot. I worked out at the gym. I worked out at the gym even more. I am now dating Arlene Khan. I told Arlene that she's marvelous. Arlene and I had a chat about our pet peeves. Arlene and I talked about whether we would rather be able to detect any lie we hear or get away with any lie we tell. I called Arlene a ray of sunshine. I took Arlene tire swinging. Arlene refused to give me money because there was nothing in it for her. Arlene and I discussed which is better, Hunger Games or Twilight. Arlene reminded me that money doesn't grow on trees. I made love to Arlene. Arlene refused to go on birth control. Arlene and I had a chat about Harry Styles' hair. Arlene and I discussed why only morons throw trash out the car window. I called Arlene pretty fly. Arlene and I had a heart-to-heart about Angelina Jolie's lips. Arlene and I talked about which we would rather be, a miserable genius or a happy moron. Arlene told me to stop asking for money. I asked the BitLife devs for a favor. I told Arlene that she's a jewel. I still broke up with Arlene Khan. Age, 20. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to host. I was cured of depression. I looked at some butts. I tried to pickpocket an outlaw, but he confronted me. He attacked me. He burst my tooth. He trampled my calf. My cardiovascular health has improved so much after training for and completing a 5K race. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a magician's home. I stole his guitar and his laptop. I traded the items into the pawn shop for $5,522. I surveilled some more homes. I stole $1,136 in cash and his laptop. I traded the laptop into the pawn shop for a total haul of $1,541. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a fry cook's home. I was caught by a police SWAT team. I was arrested for burglary. I tried to bribe the police $9,100, but they arrested me anyway. I was charged with burglary and bribery. I hired Sprinkle and Hole to represent me in court. I plead not guilty. I have been convicted of burglary and bribery and sentenced to 4 years in prison. They sent me to Mahogany Detention Center, a minimum security prison. I was fired by Platinum TV. Age, 21. My mother has retired from the Navy. I am suffering from laryngitis. Age, 22. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to food runner. An inmate named Amp stole my towel while I was showering. I tried to ignore him. Age, 23. I am suffering from depression. Age, 24. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to server. I have been freed from prison. I feel upbeat and cheerful after going to the Burning Man festival. Compliments of a rich friend. While out running errands, I said a quick prayer to the BitLife devs hoping to get into their good graces. I received $6,540 from a BitLife dev in a limousine. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a fry cook's home. I escaped without stealing anything. I surveilled some more homes. I decided to burgle a bus driver's home. I was caught by a police SWAT team. I was arrested for burglary. I tried to bribe the police $34,900, but they arrested me anyway. I was charged with burglary and bribery. I hired a public defender to represent me in court. I plead not guilty. I have been convicted of burglary and bribery and sentenced to 8 years in prison. They sent me to Montana Correctional Institution, a medium security prison. Age, 25. I couldn't bring myself to drink from a fountain after a disgusting inmate defecated on the attached toilet. I escaped from prison and am now on the run. I worked out at the gym. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a Discord moderator's home. The Discord moderator's dog caught me. I fled before the cops arrived. I picked up The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. I abandoned it. I surveilled some banks. I was caught trying to rob Creed Credit Union with a spiked mace while wearing a scream mask. I was captured by US authorities. I resisted arrest. I have been sent back to prison for 7 years. I had Machiavellian thoughts. I tried to bribe the prison guards but was unsuccessful. My prison sentence has been extended by 3 years for bribery. I was caught trying to escape from prison. My prison sentence has been extended by 7 years for felony escape. I hired Stoner and Associates to appeal my sentence. I lost my appeal. I sent my mother a letter. I worked out in the prison exercise yard. Age, 26. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to head waiter. An inmate named Maverick threatened to eat my cauliflower casserole. I let him do as he pleased. I was caught trying to escape from prison. My prison sentence has been extended by 7 years for felony escape. Age, 27. My father has been diagnosed with erectile dysfunction. My mother has been diagnosed with hemorrhoids. Age, 28. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to expeditor. Another inmate named Maverick punched me right in the cake hole. I called him a chode mongrel. He lunged at me. He grappled my calf. Age, 29. My mother is no longer suffering from hemorrhoids. I am suffering from diarrhea. Age, 30. My big sister, Miranda, has been promoted to assistant manager. I frolicked in the grass with a group of hardened inmates and made daisy chains in the sun. Age, 31. The Wizard of Oz sent Canada his next grandiose dimension-altering tornado. 58 people have gone missing along with 5 Cairn Terriers. I ran into the prison warden in the infirmary. I was respectful to him. Age, 32. My father has been diagnosed with dementia. He is no longer suffering from erectile dysfunction. Age, 33. I decided not to do anything about the broken correctional system and will continue to watch it corrupt and churn out drug addicts. Age, 34. A massive inmate named Maverick tried to strong-arm me into giving him my hot dog. I refused to do what he wanted. He stormed me. He poked my kneecap. He lacerated my waist. Age, 35. I told a prisoner named Busy that he is kind. He stormed me. He perforated my rump. Age, 36. A group of senior citizens in Doha were arrested after stealing a van from their nursing home. They were detained after the van was spotted outside of a local pub. I am suffering from the common cold. Age, 37. I ignored some fellow prisoners that began singing a rendition of Barbie Girl. Age, 38. My mother has been diagnosed with vaginal dryness. Age, 39. My big sister, Miranda, has been diagnosed with flatulence. I told a prisoner named Ripe Virgil that he is classy. Age, 40. My big sister, Miranda, is no longer suffering from flatulence. I high-fived my cellmate after noticing he was the subject of a news story detailing the murder of 7 criminals. Age, 41. I ignored a prisoner named Tomislav that I bumped into in the workshop. Age, 42. My mother is no longer suffering from vaginal dryness. Another prisoner called me a no-good thug. I forgave him. Age, 43. My father died while sleeping peacefully. I couldn't attend the funeral because I was in prison. My father left his entire fortune of $3,312,101 to my big sister. Age, 44. I have been freed from prison by a parole board after serving 19 years out of a 24-year sentence. I feel rejuvenated after doing a flotation therapy session in a float pod. I called my big sister, Miranda, a gem. I gave my big sister, Miranda, $10,000. I asked my big sister, Miranda, for money, and she gave me $430. I wrote and sang a song of praise to the BitLife devs so they might bless me. On my way to the shooting range, I received $9,912 from a man wearing a BitLife baseball cap. I asked my big sister, Miranda, for money, and she gave me $270. I told my mother that she's fly. I had dark thoughts. I pushed my big sister, Miranda, off a cliff while she was admiring a scenic view. She died. My big sister, Miranda, was murdered. I paid my respects at her funeral. I mourned my late big sister, Miranda. I surveilled some homes. I decided to burgle a tech bro's home. I was caught by a police SWAT team. I was arrested for burglary and murder. I tried to run from the police, but was caught. I was charged with burglary, murder, and running from the police. I hired a public defender to represent me in court. I plead not guilty. I have been convicted of burglary, murder, and running from the police and sentenced to death by electric chair. They sent me to Fargo Federal Penitentiary, a maximum security prison. I escaped from prison and am now on the run. With a heart full of gratitude, I got on my knees and prayed to the BitLife devs. I was cured of depression. Age, 45. I refused to join Twitch. I worked out at the gym. I am now dating Electra Goldstein. Electra said she questioned my intentions when I asked her for money. I had dark thoughts. I attempted to pull my ex, Mary Grace's, underwear over her face. She called the cops on me. I was captured by US authorities. I resisted arrest. I have been sent back to death row. They sent me to Fargo Federal Penitentiary, a maximum security prison. Age, 46. Electra broke up with me. I wished her the best. I am suffering from depression. I was caught trying to escape from prison. The prison warden slapped me. I had Machiavellian thoughts. I tried to bribe the prison guards but was unsuccessful. The prison warden screamed at me. I had Machiavellian thoughts. I bribed the prison guards by paying them $10,000 in exchange for 2 years of protection. I hired Hooker and Associates to appeal my sentence. I lost my appeal. Age, 47. My mother died after suffering a stroke. I couldn't attend the funeral because I was in prison. I inherited $2,642,806 from my mother. Age, 48. An unusually heavy snowfall in Switzerland generates a month-long spell of avalanches, killing 184 elk and 32 people. My execution by lethal injection has been postponed by 2 years. I tried to escape from prison, but turned myself in. The prison warden screamed at me. I had Machiavellian thoughts. I bribed the prison guards by paying them $10,000 in exchange for 2 years of protection. Age, 49. I was cured of depression. I escaped from prison and am now on the run. While at a funeral, I prayed under my breath that the BitLife devs would look favorably upon me.
That concludes my BitLife story for now. I stop aging at 49 years. I will continue this later, but this is my story for now.
Thank you for watching.